What's up all you villains, welcome back to part 29 of our Pokemon Team Rocket Edition walkthrough. In the previous video we found the legendary Pokemon Lugia, Boss Giovanni also found the legendary Pokemon Ho-Oh, and we both battled them, and once we defeated them they vanished. We weren't able to capture them. When we returned back to the Rocket HQ, Giovanni had heard that Professor Oak had called us out and wants to battle us. So Boss Giovanni wanted to test our strength and see if we're ready to take on Professor Oak. He said if we can't beat him, then there's no way that we will beat Professor Oak. So we took on Boss Giovanni finally. It was an absolutely insane battle, and he had some new different form Rhyperior, which was absolutely insane. He had a whole team of stacked up Pokemon, so if you missed the last episode, do go and check it out. It's not one to miss. And now in today's video we're actually going to try and find Professor Oak. We flew all the way to Cinnabar Island, and now we are exploring the Pokemon Mansion where apparently Professor Oak is. Maybe he has like an office here or something. So we're going to keep searching. There's a couple scientists here to battle. There's a few items to pick up along the way. And now we found another scientist who just opened a secret stairway. So it looks like we're exploring a new area, which is underground. There's a few computers around and a few scientists. This is a great time for you to save your game. There is a PC just below that you can actually go swap the Pokemon in your team too. So I've got a feeling that we're getting really close to where Professor Oak is. But other than that, it doesn't look like there's much to do in this area. We found another staircase, so we're just going deeper and deeper below the Pokemon Mansion. There's a couple books here with just some of the scientists' Pokemon information. So here's a little book on Metagross, which is such an awesome Pokemon, Steel-type Pokemon. So we're just going to keep checking out these books. Hopefully we'll see some interesting Pokemon, or even Pokemon with different forms. It seems we have seen so many new Pokemon recently. We even got some new evolution Pokemon of Xatu that we added to our team not too long ago. So we are trying to train that up at the moment. But now it seems that we have just found Blaine, the fire-type gym leader. He's got a little office here. He was working on the computer, and I think he wants to take us on, so I'm very excited to battle him. He's going to have a whole team of fire types, so our Kingdra will definitely help us out in this battle. And the first Pokemon Blaine sends out is one of my favorite fire types of all time, Magmortar, which is level 72. It's probably my favorite fire type Pokemon in all honesty. And we've got Delphox up front, but Delphox just got knocked out. Unfortunately, Delphox is only level 70, so he's a little bit below Magmortar. But we can send out our brand new Tratu now. Tratu has knocked out Magmortar, but unfortunately, we got knocked out by Burn. So that is not ideal. But now we're going to send out our big boy Kingdra, which is level 75. And Blaine sent out a Salamence, which is a dragon type. We one-shotted Salamence, luckily. And now he's going to send out Metagross. So I think we got to swap out Kingdra. Let's go with Rhyperior instead. I think if we hit it with Stone Edge, it will be pretty effective. Metagross hits us with an Earthquake. It does quite a bit of damage. And then he knocks out Rhyperior with a Meteor Mash. Things are not looking good. We've only got 3 Pokemon left. We're going to send out Guzzlord now. Hopefully Guzzlord can take out Metagross at least. And then Kingdra should be able to knock out the remaining Pokemon if they are fire types. Oh, but Guzzlord got knocked out, but luckily we equipped it with a Rocky Helmet. So that also knocked out Metagross. And what? Blaine has just sent out a new form, Magmortar Y, and it looks absolutely insane. Magmortar is my favorite Pokemon, and now there's a new form. I'm definitely going to try catch a Magmar and add it to our team, or a Magby. Luckily, our Kingdra knocked it out, but then our Kingdra got knocked out by Arcanine. So we're both on our final Pokemon, we send out Dragonite, which knocked out Arcanine, and Blaine's final Pokemon is a Typhlosion. So hopefully Dragonite can knock it out, and then we'll have this battle under the belt. As you can see, I have trained up my team quite a bit off camera. I try to level most of my team up to level 70 or higher. Dragonite has just reached level 80 because I think Professor Oak is going to be the toughest battle so far in the game. But we have defeated Blaine, and it looks like we can proceed further. So hopefully we can find Oak pretty soon. Man, I can't get over that Magmortar Y. It just looked so sick. And now there's a couple books here, so we're going to look into these and see what Pokemon are in them. There's some information in these journals. So there's Mewtwo and Deoxys, some of the different forms of Deoxys, and also Aerodactyl with a different form. So it gives you a bit of information on those Pokemon and some of their stats. But we have found him. We have found Professor Oak himself. So this is going to be the final battle of the Kanto region. This is going to be super tough. I am quite nervous. I don't know what Pokemon Professor Oak will have on his team, but let's give it a go. We're going to try give it our all. I'm sure Professor Oak's going to have some legendary Pokemon up his sleeve or some new forms. If anything that the recent battles have shown us is that the Pokemon have been a bit insane in the after game. But let's give it a go. Let's see what Investigator Oak has in his team. The first Pokemon he sends out is a level 76 Deoxys. Wow. Right off the bat with the legendary Pokemon. And we've gone with Delphox, who has surprisingly knocked it out. So that's a great start to our game. And now Oak has just sent out a Tauros X. This is a brand new form. It looks like it's Steel-type Tauros. It looks absolutely insane. It knocked out our Delphox, but now we've sent out Rhyperior. Hopefully Earthquake will be effective. We almost knock it out, but it's holding a Focus Sash. I can't believe how sick this Tauros looks. A Steel-type Tauros is insane. I think Tauros needs this evolution legit. It just looks too cool. Tauros knocks out our Rhyperior. We decide to send out Tratu next to attack first, just to finish off Tauros. And now Oak has sent out this Aerodactyl, the new form. It looks like an Aerodactyl, like an armored Aerodactyl. You know, like the armored Mewtwo? It looks like an Aerodactyl that's just a bit hyped up with a bit of armor. It knocks out our Tratu, but now we send out Kingdra, which is level 75. And Professor Oak's Pokemon are pretty strong. They're all like leveled 77 to 80. So you want to make sure your team is around there too. Half of my team is around level 80, but the other half is a bit low. And now Professor Oak sends out Mewtwo, my favorite Pokemon, absolute favorite Pokemon. And it's level 79, so I think this is probably the strongest Pokemon on his team. And Mewtwo just seems to be able to one-shot everything in my team. But after battling Oak a couple times, I realized that Mewtwo is holding a life orb. So every time it attacks, it does a little bit of damage to itself. So I came up with a strategy that I'm going to just revive Delphox and Guzzlord, let them get hit each time until Mewtwo knocks himself out. Well, that's the plan, hopefully. We have stocked up on a ton of revives, so there shouldn't be a shortage of revives. And let's just keep going. We're just going to revive Delphox, revive Guzzlord, and hopefully Mewtwo will keep knocking itself out. Otherwise, I don't think we really have a chance in this one. Mewtwo is just so powerful. It just one-shots everything in my team, and its speed is pretty fast. Let's see if our grand strategy will work. Okay, our Pokemon are getting knocked out, and Mewtwo is under half HP. So we're getting there, just bear with us. If this strategy works, I think we might have this battle under the belt. Mewtwo is just an absolute weapon. And now, I think 2 more revives, and Mewtwo will get knocked out if he continues hitting us with those attacks. We're going to send out Delphox to revive Guzzlord one more time. And I think that should do it. Mewtwo hits us with a flamethrower now, but that also causes a bit of damage to himself. We have made it to the final countdown. I think this should be able to knock out Mewtwo. Guzzlord gets knocked out. Mewtwo knocks himself out. Delphox levels up. So yes, we finally got Mewtwo out the way. But Oak's still got 2 Pokemon left, and he's got another Deoxys, which is level 78. Of course he does. He's only got a team full of legendary Pokemon here, basically. So we're going to send out Dragonite now to try and take out Deoxys. We're going to hit it with our Fly attack, which is actually proven to be really strong. Dragonite gets knocked out, unfortunately. So I think we're going to have to bring back Guzzlord, revive Dragonite, and then we can hit it with another Fly to finish it off. Guzzlord gets knocked out, but luckily Dragonite is back in action. Let's maybe give Kingdra a go, because Kingdra's speed is super fast. We can use Kingdra to heal up Dragonite a bit more as well. Wow, Kingdra got knocked out in one shot, so that's pretty crazy. We're going to send out Rhyperior now and try and revive Delphox. I'm sure Rhyperior is also going to get one-shotted, and it does! This Deoxys is an absolute weapon. It's just knocking out everything. It seems like Oak's got some strong special attack Pokemon like Deoxys and Mewtwo. We send out Delphox, and Delphox knocks it out. Luckily, Delphox could get an attack in first. And Oak's final Pokemon is the last form of Deoxys. It seems like Oak's got all 3 of them on his team. He's got 3 Deoxys in his team. What's up with that? And this one is also level 78. But luckily we have seen that Delphox's attack is pretty strong against these guys. They all have different stats for different forms. So this Deoxys has a high defense, I think. But Dragonite looks like he's going to knock it out if we can attack first. And we do. We knock it out. We get poisoned. But it's enough to take out Professor Oak. What a crazy battle. It took us a few attempts to try and beat him. We had to come up with some interesting strategies to try and get past him. But whatever it does, we'll take the W. A win is a win. That's it for Professor Oak. And it looks like this is the end of the game. We've completed the Kanto region. Here is our current team that we used to complete the game. And wow, it's been such a crazy adventure. The after game has been a lot of fun. And in the next video, I am excited to make our way to the Johto region. There's a whole new area for us to explore. We might have to get a new team of Pokemon. I'm not sure if we can continue with our current team, but either way, it's going to be a lot of fun. Johto is one of my favorite areas to play through, so I'm really looking forward to this. Definitely stay tuned for more episodes dropping. I just want to send a big shout out to the creator Dragon's Den. You have put together something special, and I can't wait to play through Johto. If Johto is good, this game will definitely be in my top 3 ROM hacks of all time, along with Pokemon Unbound and Radical Red, which I've also played through. That's all it's going to be. Thanks for watching.